America is a nation run off of a free market economy. A free market economy is run primarily off of hard-working individuals. But what do those hard-working individuals run off of? The answer to many of them would maybe be coffee. Every morning across the nation, individuals are going to work and school, and many of them are buying coffee on the way to their destination. Also, due to the invention of coffee machines across the nation each morning, people are brewing coffee in their own homes and making it hot or cold in many avenues that they like best. Due to these inventions, we have possibilities that we often don't take advantage of. And one of those is frappes, a popular coffee drink that can actually be made in the comfort of your own home. So let's get started. First off, you're going to want to have a certain set of materials on hand, which would include a blender, ice, milk, coffee, sugar, caramel in this case, and whip topping, also measuring cups of some sort. Now, once you have all those materials gathered, you start putting them into your blender. And no specific blender, but in this case we're using a Ninja. So first off, you're going to want to get your ice. And you want to put in 5 cups for the ice. It'll be loud for a second. About 1 more scoop. Maybe half a more. And this recipe is pretty forgiving. We'll take a little out of there. So if you don't get since I've been making this for a while, sometimes I won't even use measuring cups. I'll just kind of pour in, and it usually turns out good regardless. So once you have your ice in there at about 5 cups, you want to take your milk, and you want to do 1.5 cups of milk. So you just pour that in your measuring cup of choice, and that looks to be about right to me. I'll add just a little more. And then the milk and the coffee are going to have the same measurements. So we'll take our coffee and add 1.5 cups of coffee to our milk. So it should come out at about 3 cups. And with your coffee, you want to be careful to give it some time to cool before you add it. You can add it hot, but sometimes what that will do will melt your ice before you blend it, and it can create a frothy mixture which doesn't taste as good. So I would recommend cooling it. And once you have about 3 cups, you just pour those fluids into your blender. There we go. Now we are moving on to the caramel, or the sugar rather, and the caramel. And I have a 4th measuring cup right here. The measurement for the sugar and the caramel is the same, and that is going to be 3/8 of a cup. So we are going to do 1.5 of these. And something like that. About another half or so. And put that on top of your mixture. And then the caramel is the last mixture to go into the blender. So you put in, depending on the type of caramel you have, you might need a spoon for this, or just pour it straight into the blender. It sticks to the cup a little bit. And once you have those 5 ingredients in your blender, you are set to blend. So the blending time does vary according to blender, but for most, you just don't want it, you can check it periodically. You don't want to blend it too much where the ice is completely crushed, but you also don't want big chunks when you're trying to drink it through a straw. So we're going to blend that. It's going to be loud. And you can kind of tell if it needs more. That should be about good. Once you blended it, you can take off your lid and check it if you want. Give it a taste test. But now that is your frappe for the most part, but no frappe is complete without a little decoration. So once you get your frappe, we'll just put this lid back on so we can pour it. So once you get it blended to the right amount, you just take it and pour it in your cup. Like so. And then get your whipped topping for a nice pretty topping. Or not so pretty. And then just a nice little drizzle of caramel on top. And try not to do that. Then put your straw in and enjoy. So that is how you make the caramel frappe. You can do mocha, you can add, chocolate chips, you can add whatever you want, you can have fun with it, but that is the basic ingredients. So if you like coffee or caramel frappe specifically, this is a fun little treat that you can make at home, and you can also use it to make for your friends or family to try to impress them with your new culinary expertise, or it's a step in the right direction. So once you have this is something that was introduced to me actually by my cousins when I was younger, and it's neat to be able to figure out how to make something or do something that you enjoy on your own. And so this recipe now you can take and use it if you like frappes or not. Maybe share it with your friends if they do. And I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. But thank you.